Yuji Itadori landed his 8th Black Flash in Chapter 256, and he is now fully awakened. But before we get too excited, Kento Nanami explains the concept of Black Flashes in Chapter 30 during Yuji's training session. However, Goju defined Black Flash as such in Chapter 256. They say that Black Flash is a distortion of space that occurs when cursed energy and a physical strike land within 0.000001 seconds of each other. In other words, Black Flash refers to a unique jujutsu technique associated with the ultimate power multiplier, the speed to strike in a millionth of a second, and the ability to take the step between life and death. When a sorcerer uses cursed energy to make a physical strike in a millionth of a second, their strike leaves an afterimage called the Black Flash. Yuji used his Black Flash technique 8 times in the series, and all of them had incredible moments. He learned this deadly technique from Aoi Todo during the Kyoto Goodwill event in episode 19. He trained with Todo and polished his Black Flash skill under Todo's supervision. There, we can see the proof of actual skill and raw talent in Yuji Itadori when he unleashed a number of Black Flashes, equaling the record for consecutive Black Flashes in only his first ever attempt. Despite being a pure novice, he showcased extreme talent and proficiency by tying the record and beating Hanami in that fight. Hanami took these 4 blows and was down and out. This dub for Yuji was an incredible feat that was definitely earned. Hanami, the cursed spirit, was unlucky enough to receive 4 powerful blows of consecutive Black Flashes in a row from Yuji Itadori. This led us fans to think that Yuji will develop his Black Flash ability to such an extent that he will potentially be able to use the technique freely. The Black Flash, which turns the user's cursed energy into black, causes the physical hit strength to increase 120 times or exponentially 2.5 its actual power. However, this technique requires perfect skill, concentration, and balance. Otherwise, the desired results would not be produced. This technique involves control. Not even the sorcerer Satoru Gojo could consistently unleash it. In Chapter 256, Satoru Goju explained it in the following words. Black Flash, whenever I want. Why'd you think I could do that in the first place? Because of the 6 eyes? This shows that even having 6 eyes did not give you any advantage over using the Black Flashes of free will. When timed precisely, it helps the jujutsu user deal catastrophic damage, but it cannot be used at free will. Allegedly. Also, it can only occur with the use of punches, kicks, or weapon strikes. It's an extraordinarily devastating technique that uses the perfect alignment of the user's cursed power with the physical strike. Thus, Black Flash symbolizes delicate balance, as well as sorcerer's resilience, willpower, and determination to reach boundless potential. It also indicates that Black Flash users are just mortals running on the verge of extreme power and the risk of death. Who was the next on the hit list? None other than Mahito. Mahito, Yuji's natural nemesis and particular great evil curse, earned the other 3 Black Flashes. Yuji intended to kill Mahito, but he could not do so because of Mahito's idol transfiguration. Yuji Itadori, on the other hand, had no other choice than to fight back on a weaker footing, because initially he had just watched his friend Nanami die in front of him because of Mahito. Getting into the battle all emotional gave Yuji a lower hand. In addition, Aoi Todo and Nobaraku Gasaki had quickly fallen behind, hurt and tired. Seeing the situation, Yuji reached his maximum limit of tolerance and unleashed 3 Black Flashes on Mahito. Later, after the fall of his greatest enemy, Yuji said to him, "You're right, Mahito. I'm you. I wanted to reject you and convince myself that you were wrong. But that doesn't matter now. I'm going to kill you. Even if you come back as another curse, I'll kill you. Change your name, change your form, I'll kill you again. I don't need to find meaning or a reason. Maybe in 100 years after my death, the meaning behind my actions will become apparent. In the grand scheme of things, I'm probably nothing more than a cog, but I'll keep killing curses for as long as I can. That's my role in all this. Yuji had actually intended to finish off Mahito, but Mahito actually died at the hands of Sudogero, also known as Kenjaku. Yuji would have definitely defeated him earlier had it not been for Mahito's use of the instant spirit body of distorted killing technique that strengthened him. However, the use of black flashes convinced Mahito that he could not win against Yuji. Yuji Itadori's black flashes are heart-stopping. The black flash blessed him with enlightenment in chapter 256 against Ryomen Sukuna. This single black flash was enough to give Sukuna severe damage, which shows the increase in Yuji's power. What Goju said about black flashes should be kept in mind. Moreover, it depends on your luck. Understanding the essence of cursed energy, its flow, and its control is like walking between heaven and earth. Harnessing such power becomes regular practice if you become a pro at control. This skill might lead to the awakening of the Black Flash. Awakening of Black Flash means reaching the ultimate limit and unleashing the most incredible Black Flash upon the opponent. It comes with other additions to the power too, like controlling it or using it at free will at the highest level. When Yuji Itadori confronts the King of Curses Ryomen Sukuna, a new pinnacle is revealed in his use of Black Flash. Although the new powers and strengths of Yuji's Black Flash are not yet revealed, other major characters have guessed that maybe he is going to cross the number of Black Flashes Goju Satoru's record of Black Flashes created. Or perhaps he is going to develop Black Flashes of free will. No one knows yet. Many other characters such as Nobara Kugasaki, Goju, Aoi Todo, and Kento Nanami can all unleash Black Flashes, but none have reached or will reach Yuji's level. How strong do you think Yuji will be now that he's awakened? For more anime, check out this next video.